Welcome to Plus Talk on Plus Life, where we're all about turning positive into a plus. Joints, well, joint mobility and HIV. It's important stuff. And here to tell us more about it and to tell us why it's important is Kevin Stockford. He's been a professional personal trainer for 14 years. He's also certified with the National Federation of Professional Trainers and Functional Range Conditioning. That's quite a lot to put on your business card, Kevin. Good to see you.
It is. Thank you. Good to see you as well.
Hey, thanks for taking the time. I know you've been doing some really cool classes down there in Florida where you're based, and it's all about sort of fitness and mobility. So tell me, why is joint fitness in particular so important for people with HIV, and how we manage this condition, and why a lot of us don't really think about that?
That's a good question. So it's good for everybody really, but especially people with HIV. Working out does improve immune function. Mobility training it's going through the entire body and assessing the different ways every joint moves, and then increasing the range of motion in every joint, and then increasing the strength and stability throughout that newly found range of motion that we can create through this type of training. So it really just gets the body moving optimally in every way and enables somebody to just feel good as time goes on, as opposed to feeling like, oh, I'm getting older.
Well, speaking of getting older, you know, we hear a lot about the importance of muscle mass and bone strength, especially for those of us living with HIV as we age. Can you break down why these particular key areas are sort of areas to focus on, and how folks can generally start building those up?
So when your joints are limited in their movement, you can't access all of your muscle tissue. And when you, let's say, bend your legs or bend your elbows or move your shoulders and they don't feel good, it's discouraging to somebody who wants to work out or do resistance training, which would ultimately increase your muscle density and your bone density. So it's really a way to be able to access more muscle tissue so you can actually build that muscle tissue.
I think for a lot of folks it can be, you know, a little intimidating, the idea of sort of working out, especially if they're new to working out, or let's say they haven't worked out in a long while. They don't look like they used to look. You know, gyms and fitness places can be intimidating places. What's your sort of go-to advice, I guess, for someone who's just starting out so that they can ease into it and feel like they're getting something out of it without, you know, going in and going, oh, this ain't for me?
A couple of things. I would start off with very manageable goals. So just tell yourself, I'm going to go into the gym and I'm going to do the elliptical for 5 minutes and I'm going to leave. And tell yourself, I'm going to do that twice a week, and then next week I'm going to do 6 minutes. And then also leave your ego at the door, because sometimes we get caught up in this whole, I don't want to look like I'm weak, or I don't want to look like, you know, the guy who is not lifting as heavy.
I get that. I sense that all the time. I'm in the gym. I'm like, why aren't I squatting as much as those people? I mean, come on.
If you can leave your ego at the door and focus on just getting a little bit better every day. And I always say S&P 500 gains when it comes to the body. For anybody who knows the investing analogy, it's really slow, lean gains over a long period of time, and thinking of it as a marathon, not a sprint.
You're setting yourself goals and you're sort of accomplishing them step by step. And that's always a boost for the confidence, isn't it?
100%. When you look a little bit better, you feel a little bit better. And I think it also can boost somebody's confidence who just got diagnosed, because from that moment you might think, you know, it's all downhill from here. But if you can see that you're getting in better shape and you're feeling better and you're getting stronger, you're taking your medications, you're undetectable, you know, I think that's just a huge boost of confidence to somebody who might think, you know, life as they've known it is completely changed. They might be able to get that extra boost to say, hey, you know, actually I can still be better than ever and I can still feel better than ever.
So going back to, you know, joint fitness and sort of building bone density. We know some of the side effects of the great drugs that keep us healthy and undetectable can affect bone density and joint fitness. What are like 3 easy to do right off the bat kind of exercises that you can kind of do anywhere, even if you're sitting around watching TV, that you'd recommend that even as a start is a help for that?
Sometimes people want a one-size-fits-all exercise. I would say bird dogs are an exercise that helps people to stabilize their core. And most people can do an excellent core exercise. It's great for the spine, and it's a little bit of a full body exercise as well. So also walking, walking is a great way to preserve muscle and burn fat. When you walk, you burn 2 out of 3 types of fat, as opposed to when you're doing a jog or you're running, you only burn 1 out of 3 types of fat. So it's a great way to preserve muscle and burn fat. Going into the pool and taking a little gravity off is always a great idea. And you can use the water as resistance, going through a lot of different movements. So the pool's an excellent way to stay active and move without putting as much stress on your body.
Just getting out and being active, whether it is going for a walk around the block, whether it's jumping in the pool, whether it's playing with your kids or your dog. I mean, all of these are physical activities. Great, but the mental and the endorphin release in just getting out and doing stuff has got to have a positive impact too for those of us living with HIV. We just want to feel better about ourselves.
100%.
Well, Kevin, this has been great. Thank you so much for making the time. A really important topic, joint mobility and overall fitness. It's beneficial just in so many ways, and I really appreciate you making the time to chat with me on Plus Talk.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you.
Of course, that is going to do it for this episode of Plus Talk. If you want more information, check out our website, pluslifemedia.com. And hey, what did you think of this episode? Leave a comment below. And if you're not following us yet, you can like, follow, and share. We're across all your favorite social platforms at Plus Life Media. Until next time, get outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.